Good afternoon, everybody, and happy first day of spring. It's a gorgeous Saturday afternoon here in the Poconos, and I decided the wind's died down a little bit, and we've got about 14 trees. We're 2 down and about 12 to go. So this afternoon, it's this little double maple here that needs to go, and it's gonna one side's gonna go one way and one side's gonna go the other way, and I'll flip this around here and give you a shot of it and some of the targets. So there's the tree. I'll give you a close-up there in a second. We got the play set out there, and there's a new play set that's gonna go out there this spring. House is here, the big walnut there, and then as we come around here, you see the split a couple feet up there. See how one side leans one way and one side leans the other way. So the target for the side that goes this way is right between that big white pine and this skinnier white pine, and I missed the sandbox. So then later this spring, we've got that big swamp maple there. He needs to go, and all these hemlocks back here. And it's just a great place. Talk a little bit about gratitude. This place here is special to me, and it's special to me because I got here to this place. Samantha bought this house as a single woman, and she lived here by herself. And when I started falling in love with Samantha and first started coming here, kind of fell in love with it. Sits in the middle of a farm out here in the farm country of Pennsylvania, and it's just a special place. The house is too small, but it's in the perfect spot. So it's a huge blessing that I count. And we'll talk a little bit more about gratitude in a little while, because gratitude is the antidote to almost everything evil that can get into your life and into your heart.
See it, I got it. I stopped it. Augie, you don't belong out here. It's not time yet.
So friends, you can see that that tree hung up on me a little bit, and I didn't expect that to happen. So it's okay. It's not too dangerous a situation because I've got a way to push it down safely. But that's what you got to be careful of. when you fell trees. I would have ideally liked to drop the other half first in the other direction and then drop that one, but I thought I can get away with slipping that past that white pine, and it just didn't quite go the way I planned. But I can get off that stump and get it safe pretty quick with the machine that we have. So there you have it, friends. It's just a couple seconds later, maybe 2 minutes. I had the tractor out already, so I just got the bucket on it, nudged it over there a little bit, got into my tree stand there a little bit. That's for practice. So there's that part, and now we'll get to this part. But before we get to that second part and fell that other part of that maple the other way, I want to talk a little bit about gratitude. So I was saying, when I came to this place, it was at a time in my life where I was trying to find my way through a really, really difficult time, and a lot of people would call it a life crater. I've called it a life crater, and it really set me back, or that's the way I was thinking about it at the time. But man, it turned out to be nothing but blessing once I got through it. And that's the way life works. And gratitude is a huge part of why I got through it and recovered the way I did. Because when you count your blessings, when you take the time to look around you and see what you have, and don't dwell on what you don't have or what's wrong, but you dwell on what's right, and you count those blessings, life gets a whole lot simpler, gets a whole lot clearer. You get to a place of contentment, and then you can open your mind and start to realize possibilities and see things as opportunities and challenges instead of threats. You know, I'm an airplane pilot too. I don't know how many people know that about me, but it's been a little while, but I still have a private pilot certificate. And when they take you through pilot training and emergency training, they teach you to focus on what you have. So if your engine fails, you don't think about that engine anymore. You stabilize it, you feather your prop if that's what it needs, and you start looking at what you have. You still got 2 good wings. You still have flight controls. You still have wind over the wings. You still have time. So when you focus on the things that you have, engines fail in airplanes all the time. It's almost never a catastrophe, almost never. And that's because pilots are trained to focus on what they have and use it. And so when you're going through a life challenge, if you can use gratitude to look at your blessings and count what you have instead of focusing on what you don't have, man, does life get better, and man, does it get easier, and it chases away fear and anxiety and depression, and it just gets so much more, I don't want to say complacent, it just gets so much more content, and it sets you free to take risks to achieve new heights instead of staying where you're at. So that's the word on gratitude. Gratitude is the antidote to fear. It's the antidote to anxiety. It's the antidote to depression. But you got to practice it every day. Every single day, you got to count your blessings at least 3 times a day. That's how it works. Let's get to the rest of this tree. Okay, friends, that one didn't go exactly as planned either, but it was safe. Went the way we wanted, missed the target a little bit, and brushed the play set, but didn't do any damage. Like I said, there's a new play set going there this spring anyway. So they're both down safe. We'll get them bucked up, and just remember to always count your blessings. It's the most important thing in life. We're all blessed. We all have things to be positive about, and when you focus on those things, man, you'll be happy. You'll just always be happy. That's all. Okay, friends, 6 o'clock. I don't know, I think I started about 3, maybe a little before, so 3 hours. There's the play set, it survived. Here's the end of the one. Neither one of those went the way I wanted. That second one, I got all the brush gone. Brush is over there in that big pile. There's the one that went the other way. Here's my stump. That's the stump from the second one. And you can see where I went in here. I had to sacrifice a wedge. I left too much hold wood and the wind was holding it up. So I had to sacrifice a wedge, and my wedges were a little longer than they needed to be. So you can see where I went in there. I sacrificed the one on this side and left more hold wood over here. I wanted to cheat toward the play set and not toward the house or the septic tank. So I lost it that way a little bit, but it all worked out. We didn't lose the play set or anything else, and everything's safe. All the saws are safe, and the 391 ran amazing. Bucked this thing up beautifully. Nice wet maple, and the thing just ran awesome and cut like a dream. So that's all, friends. Remember, practice gratitude, practice being grateful, and practice counting your blessings. And it will open up your mind and your heart and your soul to what your future has, so you can really go after life and live it intentionally. Just try it. Tell me if it works.